Well, Aussie truckies see their industry as the most dangerous in the country, with around 250 people killed every year in accidents involving heavy vehicles. We sent Danny Isdale out to spend some time on the road, and she joins us now. Danny.
Oh, well, Ed, I didn't make much of a truckie, but I did learn a few things quite seriously from my guide. The main one, of course, is that it is a really dangerous profession. There are many truckies, not all, but certainly some, who drive dangerously in this country. So you have to start asking why that is, why anyone would take such extraordinary risk when there's so much at stake with driving tired or speeding consistently. Now, among themselves, the owner-drivers in particular have cited economic reasons, pressures that push them to the limit, and no more so than when times are tight.
We've all seen or heard them. 421,702 rigid trucks are registered to crisscross Australia, not to mention the extra 100,000 articulated or light commercial vehicles. And the Bureau of Statistics believes the number of trucks on our roads is likely to triple by 2050. That's if blokes like Frank Black are still around to drive them.
People don't realise, you know, the hours that the guys put in just to get the goods to the shelves.
This morning he's heading from Brisbane to Gladstone. It's a short run for the 25-year veteran. On average, Frank clocks up more than 200,000 Ks a year.
Our legal driving hours, say for someone like me that's just on standard hours, is 12 driving hours a day.
He doesn't get paid by the hour, but by the kilometre, a system he says rips off drivers who spend unpaid hours loading and unloading.
If they've been somewhere where they're being held up, you know, and they've lost a heap of time, especially when they're not being paid for it, well, they need to make it up. And that's where the whole problems start.
We've seen an increase in fatalities on year in recent years. We've seen many people losing their lives, loved ones being slaughtered on our roads.
The Transport Workers Union has long argued major retailers pressure drivers to deliver too fast when they're too tired.
They are literally squeezing the life out of drivers in the industry.
So the federal government proposed a new system where an independent tribunal would set pay conditions. And while the Australian Industry Group opposed the move, claiming paying drivers more won't improve road safety, Frank reckons he knows better.
I mean, I've been there myself.
You've pushed the limit?
I've pushed the limit, look, saved more than once, probably.
At the end of the day, you accept a job. Isn't the responsibility with you not to speed and not to drive tired?
Look, it is. Even though you try to do the right thing, you're inclined just to push it that little bit, you know? And I mean, and unfortunately, sometimes pushing it that little bit can turn into a major disaster, you know?
Danny, great report there. How much are these drivers actually paid?
That's a good question, and it's very difficult to answer because everybody's circumstances are different. Frank told me a lot of things, but he wouldn't tell me that. PricewaterhouseCoopers, though, did do an analysis, and they looked at that very question and found a quarter of owner drivers would be better off flipping burgers for what they take home once you factor in the costs of owning their own truck and paying for fuel. I think the figures were something like 29% said that they earned under $30,000, just under, each year before tax once you factor in those costs. So that analysis certainly lent some weight to their claim.
Amazing stuff. Thanks very much for your time, Danny.